Hey there, I'm Brittany Brooks, a brain rewiring coach and founder of Brain Rewiring 360, where we help you retrain your brain, regulate your nervous system, and experience deep, lasting healing from chronic symptoms. And this is all through cross-centered neuroplasticity-based approach. So if you've been stuck with chronic fatigue syndrome, chronic pain, food, chemical, or maybe even EMF sensitivities, brain fog, digestive issues, the list goes on. Or maybe you just feel like nothing's working no matter how hard you try. Then this might finally explain why and what to do about it. So a few years ago, I went through really deeply toxic relationship, and then I moved into a water-damaged home. And almost overnight, my health collapsed, and I developed over 50 chronic symptoms such as anxiety, insomnia, gut pain, dizziness, fatigue that just wouldn't lift, food and chemical sensitivities, and I couldn't even go to church. I had to quit my job, and I barely recognized myself. I saw dozens of doctors. My labs were always normal, but I didn't feel anything but normal. And I tried every protocol out there, the diets, the detoxes, and supplements, and nothing brought true relief. And I became scared of food, stores, and even people's homes. And the fear and isolation was absolutely crushing. Physically, emotionally, and spiritually, I was absolutely exhausted. And that's when I came across brain rewiring, and I read stories of people healing from mold, toxicity, chemical sensitivities, mast cell activation syndrome, and this was not by adding more therapies to the protocol, but it was calming the fear-based pathways in their brain. And I prayed about it, and I felt a wave of peace that I hadn't felt in years. Deep down, I knew that this was the next step that God was leading me towards. And at the root of all this was something that I'd never even heard of before, which was limbic system impairment. And with limbic system impairment, what it is, the limbic system is the survival center of your brain, and it's responsible for emotion, memory, and the stress response. It also helps with regulating immune and hormonal activity and a few other things as well. But when it gets impaired by chronic stress, it can get impaired by trauma, mold, or even an injury. It can become hypersensitive, and it starts misreading safe things like food, scents, noise as life-threatening. And what does this look like in real life? Well, it can actually cause your body to be hypersensitive to things. It can cause chronic fatigue that doesn't even improve with rest. It can cause brain fog and memory issues, feeling stuck in fight or flight or freeze mode, muscle pain and fibromyalgia-like symptoms as well. It can cause all kinds of mental health issues such as obsessive compulsive disorder, anxiety, and this overactive stress response can be overactive to even small triggers. And if that sounds familiar to you, you're not crazy. These patterns are brain-based and they can be retrained. And here are the three biggest traps that I've seen people fall into when trying to heal. One is chasing protocols instead of rewiring. You can take all the supplements, but if your brain is still looping in survival mode, your body can't shift into healing. Because when it's stuck in fight or flight, it's almost impossible to heal. And then the second thing is avoidance. Avoiding everything that you react to may feel safe short term, but it actually reinforces the fear loop. So we have to gently expose and rewire, not to shrink our lives. And then the third one is skipping daily practice. Rewiring takes time, and just like physical therapy would retrain, these neuroplasticity tools to retrain the brain takes time. So you have to be consistent. And we do explain all this in the brain retraining program, and I walk you through a three-phase system where you regulate your nervous system, you retrain the limbic system using neuroplasticity tools, and rebuild your identity and confidence in your body again. And a lot of clients have seen results in as little as 8 weeks when they are consistent and they apply the process. I had one client, she was so reactive. She had extreme fatigue and brain fog and daily reactions to food, EMFs, and perfumes. And she had to wire her entire house, and she was afraid to go out because the EMFs were bothering her so bad. But within just a few weeks of consistent wiring, her reactions started to fade, and today she's able to live a full normal life again. She's full of energy, joy, and freedom. This isn't magic. It's the power of neuroplasticity paired with the renewing of your mind through God's truth. So yeah, I just want to give you guys hope. If this video resonated with you, I just want to let you know you're not broken. Your brain is doing exactly what it's designed to do, which is to protect you. But it's just stuck in a false alarm loop. And by God's grace, you can rewire it, you can heal. And I just want you to know you're not alone. And if you're ready to take the next step, check out the links below. to learn more about the Brain Rewiring 360 program, or you can even schedule your free call with me. So don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment if this gave you hope today. Hit that subscribe button for more videos on faith-based brain rewiring, chronic illness recovery, and practical neuroplasticity tools. And I'm absolutely praying for your healing. God bless, and I'll see you in the next video.